Hi, how are you doing, guys? I've got a very special guest today on my live. When I never start G600 people don't. Hey, which kind of nonsense be this? Those of you that listen when I say you should buy Gala, I hope people made money yesterday. I will tell people my. Oh, I fought taste buds. When the thing got to 0.05251 last week, this boss said sell, sell, sell. So I set it for 0.052. It now never got to 52. It now crashed back. Hey, Tasteboard complained. Oh, you've not, you always think you know these things. I just kept quiet. I said sorry. I now started monitoring it yesterday. As it got to 0.052, Bola, Tasteboard sold. Wham! Kings don't blow. Said, guy, you too talk. Your papa too mumu. Your mama too do olo show. You too useless. As you be like this, the only career away fit you na agbekpo, but they know they do am again. So you go dey jobless till you buy. Come out from my life, olori buruku. Then fiyen bere. So me that yesterday, I now sat down, now set my own to 0.054. I can't dey brag to Tasteboard, say I go make money. So I dey hold the thing for hand like I dey watch TV. Shey you get? I dey watch Ginny and Georgia. That's why I close my eye. By the time I open my eye like this, it don't cross reach. Because if I were awake and I saw it rising, I would quickly cancel my transaction and allow it to continue. It rose to 0.062 that yesterday. I would have made an extra $1,000 between yesterday night and this morning. Had a vex. Those that I said buy Gala, I hope you bought that time and I hope you have sold. If you bought 5K Gala yesterday afternoon and you set the parameters at 0.4048 and you set it to 0.06, you would have made $1,000+ between yesterday and this morning. I just say make I share my own while we're waiting for, I was talking about it that day, Simply Vic. So I'm waiting for our special guest, Godwin. I don't know if he's here yet. Let me send him a request. Official Godwin. Yup. So we're bringing Godwin Adebayo. Black men to say na 1K they vex you. Baba send me the 1K now, no go vex again. 1K in, as in of me doing nothing, just setting the right parameters. Gala coin. OF.DD8 says, do giveaway for boys, Mr. Gala. Let me do giveaway for you. I won't give you sense. As you did like this, your life no get direction. Now to they jump from celebrity live to influencer live, you no get waiting your life go amount to. As you be like this, if you tear paper, now the equivalent of waiting your life go be, because as that paper no get value, now so yourself no get value. You be like Omi Eko. When they finish, hey, someone said cryptocurrency is dead. Dead where? Babe, Somebody just typed, said cryptocurrency is dead. As in, Tastebud was cussing me out yesterday. I sat down, I was calculating the money I could have made. Not the money I made, though. The one I could have made if I had just not slept off. Oh, where is this gentleman? Oh, the network is cracking again. Network is cracking again. But I just checked it with another phone. Oh, we don't start this network madness again. Official Godwin, I'm sorry. This was what I was fighting. That's why I've been delaying.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Good afternoon, please. How are you today?
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine. Good afternoon, please. How are you today? I can hardly hear you though.
Okay, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I can. Yeah. Have you.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure the network is. Or should we switch?
Should we switch? Yes, can you hear me? Okay, I just want the network is. Or should we switch to?
They can't hear anything. Let me log out and log back in.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, guys, I'm so sorry. We're trying to get back on the live, and this time there's going to be a bit of a network break in transmission. This is due to the fact that I'm resetting the router. So you're going to go off for like, okay. So we're waiting for YouTube. Okay. Oops, nearly made the phones fall. So we're back now, guys. Just need to make sure this is okay. So Facebook too is back. Everybody is back. Yeah. All right, so we're good to go now. I hope this works. If it doesn't work, then we're in trouble. Instagram, you're having serious issues. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok don't have those issues. I don't know why Instagram has these issues. All right, so we're back live. We've got the special assistant on media matters to Davido's uncle. That is Governor Adeleke. So let me see if this is clearer now.
Assistant on me.
Much clearer. I hope this works because sometimes it wouldn't work. So I think this is much better. Hey, songs. Okay, official Godwin is here. All right, so we're good to go. Big shout out to everyone. I've got a special guest in the house. All right, so going live with him. Omoban says, Daddy Freeze, leave politics matter. Waiting concern you. Okay, says it is clear, but when you invite someone, it goes bad. Omona, wow. Okay. So I've invited him. I'm going to look and see if this is still the problem. Is it still clear, guys? How is it, guys? In fact, let me use this phone to monitor. All right. Okay. So are we good to go? Is it clear, people? Hello?
Okay, so are we good to go? Is it clear, people?
Now you have to Godwin, you cannot use earphone
So
AirPods. It won't work.
is it clear? Oh, really?
Yes.
You have to you
You can't use AirPods.
Alright, that's right. AirPods. It won't work. Is it clear? Yes.
Okay, and there's something echoing in your background.
You can't use AirPods. That's your voice, I guess.
Okay, so we're good to go. So, all right, let us begin. Tribunals, what exactly is going on? First of all, let me introduce you. With me today on my live, I've got the special assistant on media to Governor Adeleke. His name is Godwin.
That's
So,
right.
so Godwin, please introduce yourself. I even like this whole outside. Where are you? What are you doing? Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then dive into the matter.
Okay, you like the fact that I'm outside, right?
I love it. It's so
Okay,
clear.
that's fine. That's fine. I just went to my car to get my face cap. All right. My name is Godwin Adedayo, right? The special assistant on broadcast media to the governor of Osun State, the people's governor, the long-awaited governor of Osun State, Governor Senator Ademola Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke. Yeah. So that's me. Brief intro.
All right, nice to meet you. So, what exactly is going on in Osun State right now? Why was he sacked? Is it a genuine reason to sack a governor? How does this put our nascent democracy? And what is going on in general?
Well, first of all, let me correct the word sack, because majority of the press houses, the media houses out there are using the word sack, and all stuff. I don't think the tribunal can sack a sitting governor. So that's a wrong word to use for the media. So they need to correct themselves on that. Yes, the tribunal, Osun Tribunal, gave a judgment. First, the judgment was in two phases. The first was clearing the air about the fact that the certificates of the governor, were not right and stuff, were forged and all those things. So the first judgment came in, to nullify all the cases and then affirm the fact that the governor has genuine certificate and is eligible to contest for any political seats in the country. He could contest for the president of Nigeria, as well as the governor of the state. So that first judgment already clears that. And then the second judgment, which which is based on the overvoting and stuff in the state. The second judgment, there were 3 judges that were supposed to deliver the judgment, right? Now, the chairman of the tribunal gave his own judgment, and then the first member 1 of the tribunal, also gave his own judgment. However, member 2 couldn't give her own judgment. She stayed mute on the whole case. So there was no majority rule on this tribunal issue, right? So the chairman of the tribunal gave a judgment that there were overvoting as claimed by the opposition party, and then he ruled that INEC should return the certificate of return, the governor should return the certificate of return for office, back, and then be handed over to the outgoing or the ex-governor, And then the other judge, said that the case is still very inconsistent and incomplete because of the proof by the opposition party. Yes, there were claims of overvoting, but the proof they brought to the court were very incomplete, inconsistent. And if you claim that they are overvoting, in certain polling units, according to Electoral Act, those votes in those units that were recorded to have been overvoted should be cancelled. That's according to the Electoral Act. I do not think that the tribunal should come and infringe on the votes of the people, thereby rearranging and rescoring the total number of votes, accrued to each of the candidates. So right now, the situation in Osun State is very tense. A lot of people, a lot of indigenes are aggrieved. They are saying that they voted for Governor Adeleke, and he is the rightful person for the position. So there's chaos in town. A lot of people, if you come down to Osun State now, you probably wouldn't be able to enter because everywhere is barricaded, everywhere is blocked. People are protesting, saying that why would Osun Tribunal, give such a biased judgment and stuff. But that's what it is. If you take let's cast a retrospective look at 2018. This was the same thing that happened. Osun indigenes voted for Governor Adeleke, right? And then when the Osun Tribunals will come, they announced Oyetola as the governor. Oh yeah, we surpassed that stage because sorry, I beg your pardon. They announced Governor Ademola, as the winner of that election. However, the ex-governor appealed. He went to the appeal court. After going to the appeal court, he got a judgment on his own side, and they also proceeded, to the Supreme Court, and he got the judgment on his own side. And of course, the judgment from the Supreme Court overrules everything, right? So we had to, calm down for his government, to take over, But fast track now to 2022, we had a very clean election. Big shout out to INEC. Big shout out to that agency because they came out clean. It happened in Ekiti State with the use of beavers, and it also happened in Osun State. So it was a clean and clear election won by Governor Adeleke. So for a fact, we are actually doubting that the opposition would get that number of votes, they recorded in this election because the entire indigenes were clamoring for a change. We're clamoring for a new governor or a new government. So we can say with all sincerity that everybody in the state voted for change, voted for the PDP, the People's Democratic Party, and of course installed Governor Adeleke on that seat. So where is all this coming from? But our governor has come out to say that everybody should be calm. Let's live a peaceful life. Let everything go smoothly. Even as much as it would encourage everybody to be calm, people are still aggrieved. People are still agitated that why would this be happening? So that's the current situation of things right now in Osun State. It's like what happened in 2018 wants to repeat itself, but we are not going to allow that, to happen. This is the mandate of the people given to the People's Democratic Party, for a fact, Governor Adeleke in 2018, and the mandate was restored again in 2022. And we're having these whole court issues. Well, we are not surprised all this is happening. We are not moved, but the fact of the whole thing will come out. I was on your live yesterday when an APC stalwart was saying that they have a joker to play and all that. I mean, the joker he was talking about has been dealt with in the first judgment of the tribunal already, which is already out there. So I don't think there's any joker they have. And even if they have more jokers, let them bring it to the table. We are not running. We are not. We are here to stay. This is the people's mandate, and we are here to hold on to it.
Awesome. Now, I want to ask two questions. The gentleman who made the statement yesterday is here. So, if when we're done, you have a few minutes so you can actually interact with him. Olu is here.
Okay.
So it would also be nice to clear the air. Now, I saw something mentioned about Buga dancing. Were my eyes deceiving me, or is that social media propaganda?
It's actually it's very real. That's part of the judgment, and that's coming from the chairman of the tribunal. That was his judgment.
Are you serious? In 2022, yeah. Listen, I don't know about politics. I don't know about politics, but I know about human rights. I know about backwardness. What is wrong with somebody dancing Buga? No. As in, I think this is a joke. I think this is as in Buga. Please enlighten me. What did they say exactly? Because I don't want to believe what I read in the newspapers. I mean the online blogs. Buga. Oh my goodness, I think we lost Godwin. This is sad. We lost Godwin. I'm going to try to invite him back. I see it as ridiculous, in my humble opinion. Buga as an issue to sack a governor. I see, in my humble opinion, as ridiculous. So I'm trying to see. Oh wow, the network is bad again. The network is bad again. The network is bad again. I'm watching the video here. So I'm trying to see. Oh wow, the network is bad again. The network is bad again. The network is bad again. I'm watching the video here. So I'm trying to see. Oh wow, the network is bad again. Network is breaking again. Okay, let me see if I can bring Godwin back. Godwin, where are you? Network is bad again. I'm watching the video here. Okay, I think it's stabilizing a bit. I think this is an Instagram problem because I'm not having this on any of the networks. This is what it looks like on Facebook. For those watching on Facebook, but sadly, I can't invite people. Look how clear Facebook is. This is what it looks like on Facebook. For those watching on Facebook, but sadly, I can't. YouTube. This is what it looks like on YouTube. So I think this is an Instagram problem. I'm so sorry, guys. This is an Instagram. YouTube. Look how clear it is. This is what it looks like on YouTube. So I think this is an Instagram problem. I'm so sorry, guys. This is an Instagram. It's clear on TikTok, everywhere. Instagram. You guys need to update. You guys need to update. They were mentioning low. So I'm trying to see if I can get Godwin back. Okay. So I've sent him a request. I hope this works. All right.
Sorry that it is my phone hello, the network is really bad.
Yes, but I can hear you. I can hear you. If you can hear me,
All
please
right, great,
proceed.
great, great. So
So
you were talking
let's
about
talk
the
about.
government and the Buga
We're
thing.
talking about the Buga, yes.
Godwin, where are you?
Let's talk about the Buga.
Okay, so the thing is, I'm going to read that part of the judgments right now. Yeah,
Yes.
it's quite funny because I don't know if the judge, the chairman of the tribunal, actually came there to make a mess of himself, or just come and deliver his judgments, but add some light notes to it such that nobody will feel there's something serious in the air and all stuff, But it's just like the governor would say, I can't remember what word he used now, but this is like judicial, this is like joking with judiciary in Nigeria. Do you understand? I mean, I'm trying to figure out the exact words he used, but it's a joke. It's like this chairman of the tribunal is making a joke out of the entire thing. We Nigerians were clamoring for a true democracy, and someone is out there, reading a judgment, and adding some light notes, referring to some wordings of an artist, and all stuff, which to me makes no sense. So the judgment reads, right? Consequently, the second respondent did not score a majority of lawful votes cast at the election. The declaration and return is hereby declared null and void. The second respondent cannot go low and Buga as duly elected governor of Osun State in the election conducted on the 16th day of. I mean, is this a case of jealousy or what?
I think if that was a judge reading it, I think that is ridiculous.
Very ridiculous.
In my humble
And
opinion, I find that ridiculous. Now, there's one guy called Batasi King who said this. He said, stop doing like this, Daddy Freeze. You went to school, right? Can you read to comprehend? Let me inform you. I went to more school than your father did. And I have ended up better than your father can ever end up. You see, you are you Batasi King. Before I go block you, Maron Elole. Koto dàbí ìṣìgìdì àgbékọ́ èrè orí ìgànná. You are opening your mouth and talking to me. Ayé ò ní dá o máa ráre kú ni. I cannot read to understand. Now your papa for house read to understand. Now I know say make they do DNC comot you.
Well, see,
Please don't ever let me see you on my live again. Let me unpin the Eleribu.
People coming out
Low budget Bobrisky.
They just want to raise a voice, show that they are concerned, so they can have a piece of, the national cake that will be served by each of their principals, each of their, whatever. Everybody feels they have a case in this. For a fact, me personally, I haven't even come out to say anything about this whole election, court case and all those things, And I've been with the governor, before we started the election, during the election, and after the election. And I can say categorically the warm reception Osun State indigents have given to, the governor. I mean, it's a win-win situation on all cases. It's a win-win situation. Nobody wants that man back. Nobody in this state. I mean, on a scale of 100, if I was going to be sincere, those who want that man back, they are the people, they are the set of people who are compromising our democracy in this nation. For 12 good years, this state has been under siege, under one particular party, and the lifestyle of people in the state has been very, very crazy. People would hardly feed. It is only people within their caucus that are making it, that are doing good, riding exotic cars, eating good food and all those things. The commoners are suffering every day of their life. And the little break they have, one tribunal wants to truncate it. Anyways, we are not moved. We are not afraid of anything. Of course, the governor and the party have appealed. And of course, even after appeal, which of course we are very optimistic that we get a positive response, a positive ruling from the appeal court, when they choose to move the case to the Supreme Court, we are still very positive and hopeful that the people's mandate will be restored. installed on the 16th of July 2022 in Osun State.
Now, I wanted to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
In the interim, while this case is before the appeal court and consequently or subsequently the Supreme Court, what happens to the state? Who is going to be at the helm of affairs?
Well, the governor has been sworn in already, right? It was sworn in on the 27th of November, and it remains the governor. Yesterday, during the heat of the whole situation, he came out to tell the people that they should calm down. He's still in power. The People's Democratic Party remains in power, and nobody's going to take us away from that seat. Of course, if there's a ruling, the governor or the opposition has 21 days, to file an appeal. And of course, he immediately filed an appeal, so that makes him, that still keeps him in power.
Okay, so they stayed the execution of the judgment.
Yes, exactly. So that's the case right now. So Governor Adeleke remains the governor of the state, until the ruling of the appeal court. Even after the ruling of the appeal court, if the opposition is not satisfied with the ruling, he still has another 21 days, to be in power, and they'll go to the Supreme Court. And when the judgment of the Supreme Court is read, and circulated, they will now know who the true, ruler of the state is.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much for this information. So right now, no need for panic. The governor is still at the helm of affairs. He also advised that there should be calm in the state, and I think everything is okay for now. Let us hope they don't, in the appeal court, start bringing Buga and other things to.
Let them bring. Even if they bring Buga, it's fine. It's a lifestyle. You gotta be happy. If God says this is what it is what it is. So anybody who comes to say one is doing Buga or dancing lo, that's nobody's business. As long as God's will is done. That's it. One thing we're just concerned about in the state is that, the people who are aggrieved. I mean, like I said earlier, if you come into the state right now, almost, everywhere, every local government in the state is barricaded. People are clamoring. If they care to see videos, they can go on my story. It's right there on my Instagram story. People can see videos of what it looks like. People are really aggrieved. They are really crying and shouting, why is all this happening? Bad judgment, saying no to bad judgment and all those things. So Osun State right now, we're praying and hoping that people will be calm, and not disrupt the peace of the state, all because one judgment is trying to truncate peace in the state. So I would also use this opportunity to call out to employ all the indigents of the state at home and in diaspora. Those in diaspora, they have people at home. They should reach out to them to be calm, that we are still in power, and the good of the land, the good of the nation, the good of the state will be served to everybody. It will go round, definitely. And please, I must tell you, in just a short while, like, I think it's about 67 days in office now, that has been installed. In this short period, people are already seeing what's happening. People are already seeing the good that the governor has brought to the state. Like it's evident already. That's why these guys are coming out to say no to bad judgment and all those things. So that's what it is.
All right. The gentleman who spoke yesterday is here, Olu. Olu, good evening. You have heard from the SA, that is the special advisor to Governor Adeleke. His name is Godwin. He has spoken. What are your thoughts?
Yeah. I've heard him very well. And, what I noticed from his submission is he's speaking to emotion. He's not speaking to the issues. You understand? And like I explained yesterday during the live show we had, I was saying that there was overvoting in over 700 polling units. That was the Beavers report, certified true copy, that INEC gave to the legal team of Oyetola, it shows that there are over 700 polling units with a overvoting, where the beavers, is not, the number of people accredited does not tally with the number of votes. Do you understand? Even after over a month, when INEC issue another beavers report, we still have overvoting in that scenario. So which means your party rigged election. That is rigging. You see, the issue is this: if we as Nigerians, if we are saying no to rigging, we don't want rigging, we don't want anything. Do you understand? Those are the issues we should be speaking to. All these no. All these the people are not happy. That's not the issue. The issue is the law. What is the basis of the judgment? That's what you should speak to. So if you are telling us today now, for example, hold on. If you are telling us today, for example, that there's no overvoting, we will understand. But that's what happened in Nigeria. That was what the Beavers report is saying. That was the basis of the judgment. So let us be realistic. Don't let us put emotion into it. You know what? Adeleke, honestly, I sympathize because I don't have anything against him. Whether it's the governor, whether it's Oyetola, I don't really care. Do you understand? If we want good governance in this country, if we want rigging to stop in this country, let us speak to the issue. Don't let us wipe sentiment. What is the basis of the judgment? That should be the issue.
If you permit me to speak now, Olu, good afternoon. So, I'm glad you accept that you don't have anything against the governor. It's very impressive. However, even you would have claimed that what the Osun tribunal read out as a judgment isn't right at all. If there are claims of overvoting at certain number of polling units, you were here yesterday live, and you said according to the Electoral Act, such polling unit votes must be what? Cancelled. Am I correct? Now, in the event that these polling unit votes are cancelled, what happens? I mean, there are certain accredited number of voters. If the total number of votes registered, if the total number of votes counted after the election supersedes or goes higher than the accredited number of votes, of course, that election at that particular polling unit has to be cancelled. And now you are reading over 700 polling units. Are you saying that are you saying that if they cancel all, if they follow the electoral law, what's going to happen to all the votes in all these polling units that we suppose should be cancelled due to the Electoral Act? Are we saying that there should be a rerun? If yes, don't you think that's the judgment the Osun tribunal should have read out, that there should be a rerun election? Of course, there should be a rerun election.
This is the reason why there cannot be a rerun.
Yes, there has been overvoting in all these polling units, right? Now, if there has been overvoting, what right does the Osun tribunal have to recount number of votes and then come out to say that this is the number of votes, accrued by this candidate and that candidate, and this is the total number of votes? I mean, the Osun tribunal shouldn't do that. They should call for a cancellation of all these votes in all these voting units and do a rerun election. Am I
okay? Okay, fine. Okay, so let me respond. So we all agree. We both agree now that overvoting, which is rigging. You understand? And we also agree that about the cancellation. So your point of argument now is that
I also
they are supposed
correct you that
let me finish.
Is not a rigging party.
I allow you to
over
finish.
the years, we are not a rigging party. We are not a party to buying of votes and all those things.
But you rig. That is why there's overvoting, because it's over you.
The people that were handed over
That
to
is the truth.
the people that were handed over to DSS, how many of them were recorded to be from the People's Democratic Party? None of them. They were from the opposition party. So where
But
is
the evidence, my brother, the evidence here indicates that there's overvoting at your side, and it favors you. Now, so if we all agree that there's a cancellation, where there's overvoting, the result should be cancelled. Where we disagree now is that when there's a cancellation, you expect that should be rerun, not the judge recounting the vote, right? That is the only issue from your
Exactly.
because I speak intelligently to issues.
Exactly.
So now,
I'm also speaking intelligently. So on what basis does your tribunal have to recount the number of votes, and accrue certain number of votes to each of the candidates?
Let me finish. So where we are all having a disagreement now is that you believe that if there is overvoting and the result was cancelled, I mean there should be a rerun. Instead of deducting the vote and say somebody won. That is where you stand, right? You understand? So now, the issue is this. When there's cancellation, according to the electoral law, those votes becomes invalid. You get? When a vote is invalid, you deduct. You deduct it. That's the meaning. Now, the question now remains that if you deduct those votes, does the person that now have the highest vote, does it satisfy the requirement to declare him winner? Because they say he must have 25% in 2/3 of the local government. Does it satisfy that requirement? So those are the next questions. Does the person now that now have the highest vote, when those votes that have been cancelled have been rendered invalid, does that person now meet the requirement to be declared winner? Does he have 25% vote in all the local government
if we're going to do
the answer is yes.
Cancellation, sorry,
Which
I'm not saying the answer is yes, but if you're going to do the cancellation of the total number of votes in the number of polling units that you admitted there were overvoting,
it was invalid. The vote becomes invalid. That's what the law says.
Obviously, the percentage of votes, according to the requirements, can never be up to 25%, and definitely there has to be a rerun election. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. That's the basis of this conversation with you. And I stand to say and ask that why will the tribunal actually change the number of votes that have been registered by the same previous machine of the INEC? Why would they? On what basis are they changing those votes to come out to proclaim that certain number of votes is for this person and that candidate, and with that, the tribunal has now declared the other person as winner? On what ground, on what basis? Let's be realistic. There's no
because according to the law, the new electoral law, those votes remain invalid. That is the issue. Those votes remain invalid.
So I think we should together face the tribunal and ask them. I think together we should face the tribunal and ask them, how did they come about this, their judgment? I mean, there were three parties to the judgment: the chairman of the tribunal and the two members, the first and the second member. However, the second member, was indifferent. She didn't deliver any judgment. After it was just the chairman and the member one. So there is miscommunication. There is discrepancies in this entire judgment. And to even read the chairman's judgment, the chairman of the tribunal, I mean, that goes to show that we're a joke in this country. We are a joke.
All right. I want to say something. Hold on, guys. I want to say something. I want to ask a question. Yeah. But in the meantime, guys, go to my Facebook page and buy stars. If you're enjoying the video, it's very easy. Go to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. This is what it looks like, verified handle. Scroll down to today's message or today's video. You will see me right there. Click on it. Under the video, you will see how to buy stars. Go and buy stars now. There are 706 of you watching live this minute. In fact, 711. Go to Facebook right now and go and buy your stars. If you're watching on TikTok, please give me gifts. I'm never tired of your gifts. I appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and like the video so you can get more content like this. In the meantime, thank you so much for those of you encouraging people to buy stars. Come on over to Facebook to buy stars. It's Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. That's the Facebook page. Now, my question is, I find it personally rather mischievous that the Beavers Tribunal would come out after the swearing in. I may be wrong. What happened to all the process before swearing in. So why do we waste so much resources swearing in a governor, then 1 or nearly 2 months later you now come out and then say the election was flawed? What happened to before swearing in?
Okay, so also,
I think
so
Sorry,
that's the
who's
thing.
going to
The
go
issue, the
first?
issue is this.
Who is going
The
to
issue
go
is, let me
first?
go first.
All
Let
right.
me go first. So that the priest, the issue is this. That issue has to do with judiciary. You know, remember in Bayelsa case. In Bayelsa case, the case was fast tracked. Remember, Lion won the election. He was APC man. They won everything. But the deputy governor for Lion then has a certificate issue. So they were able to deliver the judgment before the swearing in. That was what happened. And PDP become the governor through the court. And there was no noise. Nobody shouted nothing. But in this case, the whole thing was slowed down by the judiciary. There's nothing anybody can do about it. Because what happened is that after the election, if you are not satisfied with the result, you have within 21 days to go to the tribunal. So when you go to the tribunal has 60 days to deliver their judgment within 60 days. So between that days, that's 81 days. Don't forget the man they are serving this judgment to, or that they are serving the request to, may also want to delay. Adeleke may want to delay before he gets the service and all that. You know the way this thing works. So that is what happened. You know, now he's the governor. They cannot remove him right now. He has he will file stay of execution. So within 21 days, he will also file an appeal that is not satisfied with the judgment. So within 60 days, appeal court will also deliver their judgment. If it's not in favor of any of the parties, they take it further again to Supreme Court. That's the way it works.
For me, in Osun State, it's a different scenario because immediately after the election, because of the credibility of the Beavers machine, right, as provided by INEC, they discovered that they conducted a very free, fair, and credible election. And immediately after the election, the votes were counted, and they read out that they announced that the winner of the election is Governor Adeleke, and immediately he was handed a certificate of return. So on the part of the INEC, it's a case of, oh yes, we have conducted a free and fair, credible election, right? And that's why he was handed over the certificate. Now, being handed over the certificate or being announced as the governor means that you have to prepare for your swearing in, right? And the day for the swearing in came. Before then, the opposition had already gone to file for court cases, as regards the certificate, as regards overvoting and all those things, which were in court already after INEC had issued a certificate of return. So it's a different case in Osun State. It's on INEC, and if you look at the petition very well, the opposition party also petitioned INEC in this case, right? So they petitioned the governor, they petitioned the party, they petitioned INEC. Do you understand? So it's a different case. INEC already knows that they conducted a credible election. They handed him over the certificate of return, and then that prepares him for the inauguration as the governor, the swearing in as the new governor of the state. While that was going on, the opposition were not in tune. They were not happy with the whole thing, and then they filed for a court case, which landed us in court. So prior to that, a certificate has already been issued, which means that a governor must be sworn into the state after the tenure of the previous governor elapses. So now the governor has been sworn in, and then shortly after, the judgment of the tribunal came. Now the governor in office has to file an execution of stay because he has been sworn in as the governor.
I agree with you, sir.
Exactly. So the Osun State case is just like what happened in Abia State as well. In 2003, PDP, after won the election, I'm talking about Peter Obi, after won the election, but INEC said PDP won the election. And then PDP were in power for a very long time, for about 2 to 3 years were in power. And then after that, court proceedings, court rulings were still going on and going on and going on. And on the day that the verdict of the court was given, the judgment was read, ABGA came into power in that state. So as long as INEC, the conductor of the election, says that this person has satisfactorily won their election, of course they have to swear the person in, make it the governor, and he has to rule the state. So that's the case of Osun State.
Are you aware that the Beavers report, the certified cook that was given to Oyetola deputy, comes from INEC? Now, this case now that Oyetola won at the tribunal, INEC is not appealing the judgment. The same INEC they're talking about, they are not appealing the judgment. You know, my own take is this. My own take in all these things. Some of these INEC officials, they need to be arrested. That's the way I feel. They need to be arrested. I'm telling you, that is not the issue. Because you see, you know, yesterday in the program, you are not in the program yesterday, and you see, all Nigerians should be just happy with what is going on right now. If you want a free and fair election, these beavers is the way to go. You know, Labour Party has been making a lot of noise that they want free and fair election, they don't want rigging. This beavers is actually what they need. And he has proven, in fact, this tribunal has proved to us that this beavers actually the deal, the real deal. That's why I said, well, you know, you have been following the proceedings in the court, you know what happened. That's not what Oyetola and his legacy relied on. This was actually the beavers report. The beavers report, what he was saying is that the number of people accredited and those who vote is support the people that voted. And the result was cancelled. In those cases, you may not agree about the process of deduction, but that's exactly what happened. So if we want all of us want free and fair election in Nigeria, I think this is the right time for us to support this process, and we should be happy with what is going on right now. Except we want rigging. If we want rigging to continue, if we want rigging to continue, if we want you know, this abracadabra to continue, fine. But if we want free and fair election, and this is to all
my brother, as
this is to all my opinion.
In this nation that we are, in this country that we are, except if we want to deceive ourselves, rigging is a thing that has been from the get-go, from the ab initio. You know, only God knows when it will stop. You know, different parties have been alleged for rigging, alleged for this and that. You know, but let's be very realistic. It has been from the get-go. Whether INEC chooses to bring a new kind of technology to read votes and all those things, that does not mean that, you know, elections will still not be rigged. We have seen cases where votes in certain polling units were stolen, you know, and we're still. It's just like the only thing technology is doing for us in this election is to accredit voters. We're not voting with technology. Do you understand? So how can we say that our our votes will not be rigged? You know, so it's like we're just going to be agitated and be, you know, making complaints and all that. You know, that's the solution for the future, which I believe that our democracy would grow into. You know, but in the interim, I mean, it is what it is.
All right. As we begin to sign off, I have Bongoli here. Bongoli, any thoughts to the matter?
Good morning.
It was Bongolis that came yesterday to say that they have a joker.
Yes, now.
Good morning. I've just landed. Immediately I landed, they said Bongoli, what is going on that day? I said, let me go and check. They said that
are you using? We can't hear you clearly. You have to disconnect all these gadgets.
Is it better now? Can you hear me?
Yes, much better now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better.
Oh, okay. You see the logo? Okay. So now, with that being said, I heard that you were lying to them on the platform. You know, no disrespect. And I heard that Olu has been doing an excellent job. Olu, I hail you. So, sir, I want you to admit on this platform that there was rigging and overvoting in that 744 polling units.
Am I supposed to admit the rigging from the side of the PDP or the side of the APC? Of course, if you want
Thank
to
you.
I'll be very biased with you and tell you your party that rigged the election. Because
But DPP did not fight that case now.
Do you know, guys? Do you know why I like Godwin? Godwin know they shout too. He just they calm.
Hold
let me
the
plan.
wait. You can ask questions.
I will tell you categorically if you want me to
Okay.
I ask with you, and I will give you proofs. I will give you claims to affirm the fact that the APC rigged the election. Do you understand? But that's not why we're here. We're not here for rigging or not rigging. We're here about the judgment, the tribunal judgment. Do you understand? So rigging, like I said earlier, has been a thing from your party has been rigging from the having issue. Your party has been rigging both governorship election, both presidential elections. Your party has been rigging and will continue to rig. Your party will forever rig the Lagos election. Your party has been rigging general elections, presidential elections. And if you want to say too, you can say with proof and claim that PDP has been rigging too. So I would not come here to tell you that my party is this or is that. Do you understand? I'm here to think about the tribunal case. And you are not a saint as well. You are not a saint. So you gotta be watchful of what you say.
Okay, so now you are done with what you have said now. According to INEC, it says, and I quote that all of those polling votes, that those votings happened, there was overvoting. And when that is overvoting, then that is rigging. And when they cancelled those votes, they cancelled APC and PDP according to the new law, the Electoral Act.
No, they didn't cancel
and by doing, no, they made it null and void. They made it null and void.
It was
so we lost APC, we lost 16. Wait, sir. You know you were talking. I did not interrupt you now.
Get it right. Please don't
sir.
Get it right.
Oh, no, I'm not misconstruing things.
Void certificate of return. They said the certificate of return is null and void, not the tribunal has to.
Sir, wait, sir. They removed 60-something thousand votes from APC, and they removed 100 and something thousand from PDP.
Now let me ask.
They know that they know the votes.
Have the right to remove votes. Is that why they are there?
Sir, they were removed, null and void. According to the Electoral Act, I sent it to Daddy Freeze yesterday. Daddy Freeze, I sent you a private message, and I sent you the Electoral Act that clearly stated that if there's a case of overvoting, those votes are null and void. I sent it to you, Daddy Freeze. And I wanted Daddy Freeze, you can read it out to the people. Let them hear. Because what PDP are trying to do is they are trying to muddy the waters. They have not even gotten into power, they are already rigging. They are already doing overvoting. How did they get a second synchronized reverse document? How did PDP get it? How did INEC and PDP work and got a synchronized?
Can you imagine?
They need to go and carry all of them.
A certified true copy was handed over, immediately after the election, and the certified true copy is directly from INEC. But there was one that came out now. There was one that came out now. The first one that we used for the kids to win the case. There was one. And that's the one that we used to treat it. Are you not treating it or you're online? Sir. I am live in Osun State. You can't be telling me this when you are catching flights. Sir, it's not that I cannot be telling you this. Why can't I tell you that? It's information. There's freedom of information. Online now. It is what you read online. Okay, so what is the difference between what you know there and what I'm seeing online? Is it not the same media? We are speaking to someone. No, it's not the same media. Like I said, media is carrying. I told you that the freeze when I started. Media is carrying the fact that the governor was sacked, which is not true. But propaganda everywhere. Why will media be saying that the governor was sacked? But the whole thing is everywhere. That's what media will carry, and that is what you, that you are traveling and catching flights everywhere, will say that the governor was sacked. Okay. Meanwhile, he was not sacked. So what you read online, you need to find out the exact. You need to come and ask your people in Osun State. Come and ask the people in Osun State what exactly is happening with the votes, with INEC, with certified true copies, with beavers, with tribunals. You need to come and ask them. I am live in Osun State. I'm speaking from Osun State. Okay, sir, you will not muddy the waters. Judgment. Sir, you will not have a copy of the entire judgment. I have a copy of the entire judgment.
Sir, I have the copy of the entire judgment. I have it. Sir, I have the copy. I sent it to Daddy Freeze also, privately yesterday. I have it too.
It is a news you get online.
No, sir, I have it. It was sent to me. It was sent to me. I'm not disputing your own facts, but you're disputing mine. You're trying to muddy the waters. This is the same thing that Femi did yesterday.
If you understand, if you're a media person, you will understand that media is also very biased, and the information they carry.
Sir, what is bias? Okay, sir. When they finish the elections, you know what the APC, what we were doing? Because we are smarter than you people. You know what we did? We were taking pictures. We were taking pictures of the results. So we knew the results in all the over 3,000. Sir, I'm not done, sir. Please, sir. Over 3,318 polling units in Osun State. We were taking pictures of all the results. And when the elections ended, we said, hey, INEC, give us the results from the Beaver system. They sent it to us. We used that for our own case. And INEC, during the court proceedings, went to bring a synchronized result. So you see the African magic that
when they say synchronized result, it tells you that the results from all the polling units in all the local governments have been synchronized and reported directly from their side.
Sir, do you know that? Sir, do you know that when the elections were going on, we were looking at it in our own information center, and you guys were also broadcasting from the information center.
And you're talking
no, you were also.
private.
Sir, I said you were in the
monitoring the proceedings of the election. I mean,
sir, when you guys were looking at it, sir, wait. You won't run away, sir. You won't run away.
Somebody from the States, somebody from.
You won't run away. You won't run away.
I mean, you should find a place.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
I'm talking to somebody who is grounded in the States. I mean,
sir, when they were showing the results in your data center in the PDP, it wasn't adding up. The results accredited, it wasn't adding up.
From each polling unit
it wasn't adding up.
Results from each polling unit were directly uploaded.
And it was over than and it was over the accredited voters. So tell the people the truth. It was over the accredited voters. That is it. Point blank period.
I've said the truth.
Sir,
needs to be
there was overvoting. Yeah.
That is reason.
Yes. Let me end this. Hold on, Godwin.
1 minute, Daddy Freeze.
Yes.
1 minute, Daddy Freeze. The whole conversation will be having today. 3 of us, you know the funniest part. 3 of us agree on one thing. There was overvoting. Do you understand? So don't let us confuse our viewers and all those things. 3 of us here speaking agree on overvoting. Do you understand? We may not agree on the position of the law. We agree on overvoting. And if we want a better
Nigeria, if I'm agreeing with you on overvoting, I'm not agreeing with you on the total number of polling units that you are reading out. You know, and I'm not going to read. I'm not going to read a certain number of polling units to you. No problem. I don't have issue with that. I don't have issue with the number you are reading 700 and something polling units that they were overvoting. I'm telling you categorically that you are very wrong. I didn't say anything about it all the time we're talking. Do you understand? I didn't say anything about it, but you are very absolutely wrong. Do you understand? You know, that's a debate for another time anyways. I'm here to talk about the judgment. Okay, you are saying there's no overvoting.
Where are you?
Is that what you are saying?
I've not said there is no overvoting. I'm saying that the total number of voting units that you are saying that they are overvoting is not true. That's false.
So we are
exactly. So
we are saying the same thing now. We all agreed that there was overvoting. We are saying the same thing. That means PDP rigged the election.
PDP rigged what election?
Simple.
That's what you're saying now.
Simple.
That's all we wanted to admit. If that's your take, that's fine. If PDP rigged the election, they will not be in power. The INEC would obviously come out to say that there are discrepancies in the election process. Do you understand? If there was
you understand it, though.
No, yes, I'm saying it.
All right, guys. At this point, I have to close the live.
INEC
Thank you so much. Bongoli, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much, Bongoli, and thank you so much, Olu. Now, a few more words from Godwin, because this was actually your live. I just brought them on because they were talking from yesterday, and I wanted them to meet with you face to face. So what is the way forward, in your opinion?
Okay, so the way forward is that we need to clamor for a very transparent judicial process. We need to, the nation needs to come together to, fight for a very transparent judicial process. We have unsettled that the judgments or the rulings of the Osun tribunal is not for us, and we have appealed. We'll go to the appeal court, and moving forward, we are very hopeful that the appeal court will come, to say the truth as it is. So in the state of Osun, the people are calm, the people are reserved, and they are hoping for the best. So that's the way forward.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, and we are following up on this. I'm always available to you should you need to reach me at any time with information. Let us make sure we keep each other posted, and let us make sure justice is delivered, and justice for all is served. Thank you so much, Godwin. Do take care of yourself, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Daddy Freeze. I appreciate it.
So, guys, did you enjoy that? Please make sure you support Daddy Freeze page. Just go to Facebook, Daddy Freeze, DADDYFREEZE. Big shout out to people who have been buying stars. Rowan Igbuya, Jennifer Uju Emodi, Gina King Jr. Thank you so much. I want to spend the next 5 minutes hailing people who came to my live to support me. Okay? Come to Facebook. Come to Facebook. If you enjoy this, big up to you, Simply Vic. Thank you so much. Come over to Facebook. This is how easy it is. Just go to Facebook. When you get to Facebook, search for Daddy Freeze. This is what the page looks like. It's verified. It has 787,000 followers. Scroll down to today's video, click on the video, and send stars. All right, so we're watching you. Big shout out to you too, Vidoma. I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming to show me love. If you're watching on TikTok, please send gifts. I appreciate you guys. Big shout out to you. YouTube, subscribe and like. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video. Facebook, follow and share the video. If you're watching it on Facebook, share the video. Let more people see it so we can have a more balanced perspective. If you vote Peter Obi despite the terrible status of the country, you are evil. I'm not going to tolerate anything like that, okay? Call from my mom while I'm waiting for you guys to buy stars. Yeah, hello? Okay, I'll call you in like 5 minutes because I'm actually done. All right, mom. All right, mom. 5 minutes. So, waiting for you guys. Big shout out to everyone who came through. Big shout out to Godwin. I love Godwin for the fact that he was so calm. Never did he raise his voice. I don't know how politicians can actually actively take part in politics and not raise voice. As far as I'm concerned, politics are, but I like Godwin for that. Nigerian politics, by the way, that is. So, big shout out to everyone who's buying stars. I appreciate you. Thank you, Rowan. Rowan's always come through. Big shout out to you, Coupe. Thank you, Lisa Ndukwe. How are you doing? Thank you all. Nancy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm watching. More people are getting stars. Yes, let me hail them. After Rowan, anybody else? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. More stars. Bongoli saying na emotional strategy. So thank you guys so much. Lovely hanging out with you. Let me put a call through. I want to let you know if I'm going to have something exciting this evening too. So make sure you join and make sure you support, buy stars, send gifts. I'm coming back again this evening with a very, very interesting topic, some things to debunk, and then later at night we have our usual live where we get to talk about all sorts of things. Anything you want to talk about, from witchcraft to, of course, not politics at this time of the night. We're done with the politicking. Take care, guys. God bless. Bye.